Entering the Forge of Wisdom. The book of Proverbs opens like the doorway to a forge. Before you step inside, the heat hits you. Proverbs doesn't offer soft philosophy or abstract poetry. It offers formation, heat, pressure, shaping. It speaks to the parts of us that need discipline, self-control, direction, clarity, and the courage to grow. Proverbs 1 stands as the gateway to the entire collection. It is more than a preface. It is Solomon's invitation to transformation. He declares that wisdom is not accidental, not inherited, not stumbled into. It is pursued, practiced, refined. This chapter tells us what wisdom is, why it matters, where it begins, why so many reject it, and how it protects those who embrace it. It is Solomon saying, "If you want a life of strength, understanding, and stability, then listen. Let us enter the forge." Section 1, The Purpose of Proverbs, Proverbs 1:1-6. The book begins with a mission statement that reads like the blueprint of a master craftsman. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction. To understand words of insight. To receive instruction in wise dealing, in righteousness, justice, and equity. To give prudence to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. Let the wise hear and increase in learning. And the one who understands obtain guidance. v. 1:5. Solomon outlines 4 foundational purposes. 1. Proverbs is training, not theory. Solomon is not writing inspirational quotes. He is not offering detached philosophy. Proverbs is a manual, practical, grounded, and brutally honest. Its goal is to forge clarity, discipline, moral judgment, emotional intelligence, discernment, the ability to see danger before it arrives, the ability to choose the wise path when multiple roads look tempting. This book is the craft of living well. Wisdom is not a natural talent. It is the result of training. It is learned, hammered, shaped, and strengthened through repeated practice. 2. Proverbs confronts you with yourself. To grow in wisdom, one must first embrace humility. The text demands the reader admit, "I do not know everything. I have blind spots. I need instruction." Wisdom begins with teachability. Pride resists refinement. Humility welcomes it. Proverbs assumes that every person, no matter how intelligent or experienced, has areas requiring correction. The wise embrace this. The fool resists it. 3. Proverbs trains you to read people and situations. Wisdom is not merely moral. It is relational and perceptive. Throughout the book, Solomon teaches how to recognize manipulation, foolishness, integrity, hidden motives, the patterns that precede destruction, the traits that mark the wise. This is real-world intelligence. It helps you navigate conflict, evaluate opportunities, identify trustworthy people, and avoid traps that destroy the naive. 4. Proverbs strengthens both the young and the mature. The book is not only for beginners. Verse 5 declares, "Let the wise hear and increase in learning." Wisdom is not a destination, it is a lifelong journey. What you understand at 18 expands at 30, deepens at 50, and matures at 70. A wise person never outgrows the need for guidance. Proverbs 1:16 lays the foundation. Wisdom is teachable, practical, humbling, and essential for anyone who wants to live well. Section 2, The Foundation of Wisdom, Proverbs 1:7. If the first 6 verses are the blueprint, verse 7 is the cornerstone upon which everything else rests. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. This single sentence contains the theology of the entire book. The fear of the Lord, what it means. This phrase does not mean terror. It means reverence, alignment, and humility before the God who designed life, order, morality, and truth. To fear the Lord is to acknowledge, God is God and I am not. His wisdom is superior to mine. His order defines reality. His principles lead to life. It is the posture of one who wants to live according to the grain of the universe, not against it. Wisdom is not guaranteed by intelligence. You can earn degrees, accumulate knowledge, and still make catastrophic decisions. Education can sharpen the mind without shaping the heart. Solomon makes the distinction clear. Knowledge is information. Wisdom is right living. The fear of the Lord aligns a person with truth, self-control, moral clarity, and spiritual grounding. Without it, a person may be brilliant and yet foolish. Fools reject correction. The second half of the verse divides humanity into two paths: those who fear the Lord and gain wisdom, those who despise instruction and walk into disaster. The fool is not ignorant, he is unteachable. He refuses input, rejects discipline, and follows his impulses. Proverbs calls this spiritual rebellion. Thus, the foundation of wisdom is not intelligence, but humility before God. Section 3, Warning Against Corrupt Influences, Proverbs 1:8-19. After laying the foundation, Solomon moves from theology to danger. His tone shifts to that of a father speaking tenderly but firmly to a son. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. V8. Then the warning. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. V10. Solomon knows one of the greatest threats to a person's destiny is the company they keep. One influence is contagious. Solomon describes a group who say, "Come with us, let us lie in wait, let us ambush the innocent." V11. This is not limited to criminals or violent men. It includes all who manipulate, gossip, stir up drama, pressure others into compromise, glorify rebellion, chase thrills without considering consequences, normalize selfishness or deception. The principle is simple. You will become like the people you walk with. Your circle shapes your habits, their values influence your decisions, their direction becomes your direction. 2. Shortcuts lead to destruction. The tempters in this section promise easy profit. We shall find all precious goods, we shall fill our houses with plunder. V13. Solomon dismantles the illusion, he warns. Such are the ways of everyone who is greedy for unjust gain. It takes away the life of its possessors. V19. The pursuit of shortcuts, financial shortcuts, moral shortcuts, relational shortcuts, destroys. He emphasizes. Greed blinds. Violence rebounds on the perpetrator. Those who hunt others ultimately hunt themselves. Verse 18 describes the irony. They set an ambush for their own lives. Those who prey on others end up preying on their own future. 3. Wisdom protects from influence-based destruction. This section is not merely a warning, it is equipping. Solomon arms the reader with discernment, an internal alarm system that alerts you to destructive people long before their influence takes root. To embrace wisdom is to choose your companions with intention, caution, and clarity. Section 4, Wisdom's Public Warning, Proverbs 1:20-33. Having described the danger of corrupt influences, the chapter shifts dramatically. Wisdom is no longer an idea, she is personified as a voice calling out in public spaces. Wisdom cries aloud in the street. In the markets, she raises her voice. V20. This final section reveals 3 themes: the call of wisdom, the consequences of ignoring it, and the security of those who embrace it. 1. The call of wisdom. Wisdom does not whisper in hidden corners. She speaks in public, at the gates, in the noise of daily life. Her cry is universal. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? V22. This is both a rebuke and an invitation. Wisdom asks, how long will you settle for less? How long will you repeat destructive patterns? How long will you ignore the truth staring you in the face? How long will you choose immaturity over growth? The voice of wisdom is persistent. She offers guidance, clarity, correction, and understanding to all who are willing. She promises, if you turn at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. V23. Those who welcome correction are flooded with insight. 2. The consequences of ignoring wisdom. Solomon now turns the warning into a vivid picture of collapse. Wisdom declares, because I have called and you refuse to listen, I also will laugh at your calamity. V24:26. This is not mockery born of cruelty, it is the inevitability of consequences. When a person rejects wisdom again and again, the structure of their life becomes unstable. Eventually, it collapses under its own weight. Solomon describes terror like a storm, V27. Calamity like a whirlwind, V27. Anguish and distress, V27. These disasters are not random. They are self-inflicted results of ignoring correction, refusing responsibility, and resisting truth. He continues, then they will call upon me, but I will not answer. V28. This is not God turning away a repentant heart. It is the sobering reality that some consequences cannot be undone. When a person waits until the collapse to seek wisdom, the opportunity to prevent the damage is gone. Solomon concludes, the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them. V32. Apathy, procrastination, and stubbornness are not harmless, they destroy. 3. The promise for those who listen. The chapter ends not with fear, but with assurance. Whoever listens to me will dwell secure, and will be at ease without dread of disaster. V33. Wisdom does not eliminate all difficulty, but it guards a person from unnecessary chaos, from self-inflicted wounds, from foolish relationships, from reckless decisions, from destructive habits, from preventable crises. Wisdom produces peace, stability, resilience, emotional steadiness, spiritual grounding, clarity under pressure. A wise life is not a perfect life, it is a protected life. Closing reflection, the doorway to transformation. Proverbs 1 opens the entire book by setting two paths before us. The path of wisdom, the path of folly. It reveals where wisdom begins, fear of the Lord. Where destruction comes from, rejection of instruction. How to choose companions carefully. How to recognize danger, discernment. How to hear the voice of wisdom with humility. The question is simple. Will you listen? Will you seek wisdom? Will you align your life with the order God established? The forge is open. The fire is ready. Wisdom calls. The shaping begins when you step inside.